Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Will here with Peterborough Carping Guides. Just returned home from the first overnight session of the year. Let me tell you, we got lots to show you, so stay tuned. Now, play. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Will here.
Conrad here.
Peterborough Carping Guides. Rode on a first overnight session of the year. At least I am. I'm not sure if Conrad's going to stay over the whole night. But we've got the lines in at one of our favorite swims. Produced really well for us last year. And so we're just out here now. Conrad actually caught one a little bit earlier on. He's been out here a little longer than me.
Got here at 1, calling at 1:20.
Awesome
Been
fish.
Since nothing.
Yeah, it's been a little while, but we're thinking probably as the day progresses through, we will begin to see a little bit more action. Probably as the sun goes down. We're hoping that it's going to be a really productive evening. So stay tuned. Unbeknownst to us until much later, this wasn't only our favorite spot, but the favorite spot of a breeding pod of red horse suckers. Upwards of 100 would pass, leading to many line bumps, and this ridiculous little run that almost had me break my camera.
There you go. Oh!
Maybe still there.
He's still there, he's still there.
Oh, he's not.
We were beginning to feel a little bit helpless, and this continued for hours and hours. Something had to give, and it was Conrad's sanity.
I don't know what to do. Just trust me, I'll lose my mind at some point today. Okay?
It's been about 7 hours since a fish has graced us.
Yeah.
And Conrad's starting to come down with the carping fever. His fingers are twitching. Look
It's
at starting to scare me.
coming!
Oh.
And it only got worse.
Conrad's gonna come down with the carpy fever.
Why would you not check it for 5 hours? Can you imagine if I hadn't checked it?
I began to worry about him a lot. My poor friend was slipping into madness, and I just hoped that something would grace us soon, so as to ease his fractured mind. Our hopes were answered in a big way. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after about a 7-hour wait, Conrad and myself have finally got some action here. I've hooked into what feels like a very nice fish, so stay tuned and we'll see if we can get some pictures for you. Got an absolute screamer on here, and as you can clearly see, he has no intention of coming in. After such a long wait and such a long fight, the beast was finally subdued, and it was as though the swim had come to life. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's the result. I thought it felt like a good one. Beautiful 27-pound common carp. Absolutely beautiful. We're going to take a couple pictures, and we're going to get him back in the water safely. It wouldn't take long before another one would visit our mat. And this time, it was Conrad's turn. Conrad has just hooked himself into what could be the second monster of the evening. And a monster it was, but we didn't know until we finally got it in the net. When we finally got it on the mat, Conrad stared at me with disbelief. We got it on the sling, and it was an even 30-pound common, a pristine. Absolutely.
What a sweetheart. Oh, could not be happier with this guy. Go ahead, buddy, whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready, there you go. There you go.
Congratulations, pal. What do you have to say for yourself? Unfortunately, Conrad had to leave soon after releasing his new personal best. But what a way to finish off his night. Happily enough for me, my night had only just begun. Well, here's a little update for you. Just had a little hit there. I'm going to go check that out in a second. But Conrad has just left for the evening, and I've set up camp for the night. And now I'm really wondering what's going on out there. Hopefully, I won't get a wink of sleep tonight. Inevitably, I wouldn't. Well, after that single bleep, can you believe it? As soon as I turned off the camera, went down to check out that rig like I said I was going to, and it ripped off. And here's the result. Looks to be a nice 20 pound here. I'm going to put him on the scale and I'll get a confirmation on that in just a bit. But what a lovely fish. Absolutely pucker session. It's going to be a great overnighter. Stay tuned, folks.
Although for so long I had refrained from setting up my cameras to capture a run on video, I finally caved. With all this activity I was buzzing and hoping that even though it was dark out, I might be able to get 1 or 2 runs on video. I got my wish. I got a couple of right proper screamers.
Good little fish here. Spicy little bugger. Stay on the mat, you. Stay on the mat, stay on the mat. There we go. Stay on the mat. Hey. There we go. Nice little 17.5 pounder here. Good little fish. Nice little run. Always a good time.
You know when you pick up your rod and you know you've hooked into something special? Well, for me, I knew right from the run that I had something special. Something clicked. A memory. Something seemed so familiar. This run seems so familiar. When he finally showed himself to my headlight, I could not believe it.
Well, this session is proving to be incredible. A recapture after 2 years. I could never forget this fish. A beautiful full-scale mirror carp. He's grown 3 pounds since the last time I caught him. He's now sitting at a beautiful 20.5 pounds. Check him out. Oh, what a beautiful fish. And it doesn't look like he's seen many hooks since the last time I took him. Oh, it's fantastic. Let's get some pictures.
Shortly after releasing that mirror, I threw the line back out, and a weird run produced yet another surprise. A red horse sucker, likely one of many that had been tormenting Conrad and I all day. But it was welcome on my mat. I can never get enough of those red fins, a truly underappreciated fish of North America. Before the night was through, I would manage 2 more beautiful little carp. Although only 10 pounds apiece, one should never underestimate the good fight that these little hot rods can produce. However, as dawn kissed the sky, it seemed as though the bites became fewer and farther between. As the sun broke over the horizon, the action grinded to a halt, and I sat and thought about the epic session that Conrad and I had just partaken in. 8 fish between us, 4 of which exceeding 20 pounds, and one of those being a 30-pounder. Another one of those, a full-scale mirror, one that I hadn't seen or caught in 2 years. Seeing that beautiful mirror again reminded me of how important it is to be a conservation angler, a catch and release angler, putting them back so they can grow bigger, so that maybe one day you can catch them again. We hope that you enjoyed this session video, and we hope that you'll enjoy our session videos of the future. Until next time, tight lines and get carpy.